Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. While Elvis sang about the effects of being in love with a girl, the words from his 1957 hit song, I'm All Shook Up, could or should describe the Christian. The Bible describes conversion as a complete change, a transformation from one kind of person into a completely different kind, Romans 12:2, and as death and rebirth into a new life, John 3 verses 3 through 8, and Romans 6 verses 1 through 11. Everywhere the apostles and the believers went with the gospel, people who heard and believed their message were all shook up. Their opponents recognized it too, and in Thessalonica referred to Paul and his companions as these men who have upset the world, Acts 17, verse 6. Today's Sunday Struggles edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary is about our struggle with complacency and relates to a recent discussion with some brethren who recognized how much we struggle with difficult conversations about uncomfortable subjects like politics and religion. Since we weren't there to talk about politics, nor here on An American Missionary either, we talked about why we're so reluctant to talk about religion, especially with people who don't agree with us. There are many reasons, but one is complacency. We like our comfortable, peaceful lives and don't want it to be all shook up by a disagreement with family and friends over something as huge as our eternal destiny. We don't like big conflicts, so we avoid the discussion at all costs, including the cost of souls lost in sin, perhaps, God forbid, even our own. If so, then we need to return to David, who described God as his rock and refuge in Psalm 18, and who also said, For by you I can run upon a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall, verse 29. God girds him with strength, verse 32, makes his feet light and sure, verse 33, and prepares him to defeat his enemies in battle, going so far as to describe it as beating them fine as the dust before the wind and leaving them emptied out as the mire of the streets, verses 34 through 42. David knew that God's enemies had to be taken on and defeated, and had the faith to trust God for the strength to press on to victory. He shook the world of his day. 2,000 years later, his son Jesus shook up the world for eternity. Believers in God should be itching to shake up the world. If we're not shaken up and itching to shake up the world, then, to paraphrase Elvis, what's wrong with us? Thank you for watching this Sunday Struggles edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.